from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins.
Set to kick off.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Here's Smith to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to Turner. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Cleveland.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On third down, Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On first down, it's Peters, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, it's Peters. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 22 yards there, a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I got him. Slice food. Yellow, go. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys, win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Push him back. Push him back. Right here, guys. Fight.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That one a first down pickup of 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking for Murphy, and he finds it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
At the 26-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 3, Browns nothing.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a give, right side. Peters. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Great call to hand that one off. And his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Dolphins 10, Browns nothing. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talking about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The 45-yard line.
Second and 11 now. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. in the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
34-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. Now it's Jackson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
33-yard line.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 27.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Tua going to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
23-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Lutz now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Tua. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Cunningham on the tackle.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one to the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Line number 10.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They run the counter. It's Peters. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Tua sets up to pass it. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll run on first down. Connor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The ball carried
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Peters, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
a 49-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 11. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards on the ground. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. Back now in Miami. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Just bowling over tap. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6.
Makes the score.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Smith to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This time Jackson will throw it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. A.J. Epinesa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. The Browns on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Browns on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
Ball carried by.
Give him a yard down to the 43.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That's good.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
At the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Slam. Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
He was well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Brought down at the 13.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Running back.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro on now.
Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, That's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. 11 yards there, first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 16. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Second and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Pick your game up. 51 Mike. Mike 51. Come on, baby. Come on. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Peters. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Ready. 10 black. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Dolphins, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0.